The early 1920s were a time of tremendous growth and innovation in Hollywood. Silent films had reached their zenith, captivating audiences with their visual storytelling and the artistry of their actors. The film industry, based largely in Hollywood, had become a bustling hub of creativity and glamour. Studios like Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, MGM, Warner Brothers, and Paramount Pictures were churning out films at a dizzying pace, and the stars of these films were worshipped like modern-day deities. Silent cinema was an art form that relied heavily on visual expression. Actors had to communicate emotions and narratives without the benefit of dialogue, making use of exaggerated gestures, facial expressions, and body language. This required a unique talent, and those who excelled became household names. Don Lockwood was one such star. His charm, athleticism, and ability to convey a wide range of emotions without speaking made him a favorite among audiences. The silent film era was also a time of significant technical advancements. Filmmakers experimented with lighting, camera angles, and editing techniques to enhance the storytelling experience. The advent of the close-up shot allowed for more intimate portrayals of character emotions, while the use of cross-cutting enabled the creation of suspenseful and complex narratives. Directors like D.W. Griffith and Cecil B. DeMille pushed the boundaries of what was possible in filmmaking, crafting epic stories that captivated viewers and showcased the potential of cinema as an art form. The grand theaters that screened these silent films were themselves spectacles to behold. Lavishly decorated with opulent interiors and grandiose facades, these movie palaces became the cultural epicenters of cities and towns across America. Attending a film was an event, complete with live orchestras that provided musical accompaniment, enhancing the emotional impact of the visuals on screen. Yet, for all its glamour, the silent film industry was not without its challenges. The lack of synchronized sound meant that music and sound effects had to be performed live, which required precise coordination and timing. Moreover, the expressiveness required of actors often led to over-the-top performances that could seem exaggerated by today's standards. Despite these challenges, the industry thrived. Films such as Charlie Chaplin's The Kid, Rudolph Valentino's The Sheik, and Mary Pickford's Pollyanna captured the imaginations of audiences and became cultural phenomena. Each new release was eagerly anticipated, and stars like Lockwood became icons of style and elegance, influencing fashion and popular culture. However, beneath the glittering surface of the silent era, a revolution was brewing. Technological advancements were paving the way for a new form of cinema, one that would incorporate sound and fundamentally alter the landscape of filmmaking. The introduction of the Vitaphone and the Movietone systems promised to synchronize sound with moving pictures, opening up new possibilities for storytelling and entertainment. As the industry barreled towards this inevitable change, the excitement was palpable, but so was the apprehension. Established stars and filmmakers wondered what this would mean for their careers and the future of cinema. Would audiences embrace this new technology, or would it be a passing fad? In the heart of Hollywood, amid the splendor of the silent film era, Don Lockwood was on the cusp of a journey that would not only test his talent and resilience but also define his place in the evolving landscape of American cinema. His story, intertwined with that of his friend Cosmo Brown and the aspiring actress Kathy Selden, would become emblematic of the challenges and triumphs that accompanied one of the most significant transitions in film history. The advent of the talkies marked a watershed moment in the history of cinema. It was a period of both excitement and turmoil, as the industry grappled with the challenges and opportunities presented by synchronized sound. For many in Hollywood, the talkies represented a thrilling new frontier, promising to revolutionize the art of filmmaking and bring a new level of realism to the silver screen. The talkies began to make their mark in the late 1920s, with the release of The Jazz Singer in 1927 serving as a pivotal moment. The film, starring Al Jolson, featured synchronized dialogue and musical numbers, showcasing the potential of sound in cinema. Its success was immediate and profound, leading to a surge of interest in sound technology and a flurry of activity in Hollywood studios. For Don Lockwood, the shift to talkies was both exhilarating and daunting. As a leading star of silent films, he had built a career on his ability to convey emotion through physicality and expression. The prospect of adding his voice to his performances was both a thrilling opportunity and a significant challenge. Unlike many of his peers, Don had a natural flair for showmanship and a clear, resonant voice, which made him well suited for the transition to sound. However, the technical aspects of incorporating sound into film presented a steep learning curve. In the studios, the introduction of sound brought about a flurry of changes. Microphones had to be strategically placed to capture dialogue without being visible on screen. Actors had to learn to modulate their voices to avoid distortion and ensure that their speech was clearly intelligible. Soundproof booths were constructed to house noisy equipment, and new techniques were developed to synchronize dialogue with the movements of actors. For directors and cinematographers, the challenges were equally significant. The need to accommodate microphones and sound equipment limited the freedom of camera movement and required careful planning of scenes. Sound engineers, a new breed of technical specialists, became integral to the filmmaking process, working alongside directors to ensure that the audio quality matched the visual spectacle. Amid this wave of innovation, the dueling Cavalier was slated for transformation into a talkie. Originally conceived as a silent film, the project faced numerous challenges as it was retrofitted to include sound. The process was far from straightforward. Scenes had to be res-hot to accommodate dialogue, musical numbers were added, and the entire production had to be restructured to integrate sound elements. One of the most pressing issues was Lina Lamont's voice. While her appearance and acting style had made her a star in silent films, her voice was ill-suited for sound cinema. Lina's shrill, nasal tones and exaggerated diction clashed starkly with the elegant persona she projected on screen. This presented a significant problem for the studio, as her voice was unlikely to be well received by audiences accustomed to the refined speech of radio and theater actors. To address this, the studio brought in vocal coaches and sound engineers in a desperate attempt to refine Lina's voice. However, despite their best efforts, it became clear that Lina's vocal shortcomings were a major obstacle. The studio's hopes for The Dueling Cavalier hung in the balance, and the pressure to find a solution mounted. It was at this juncture that Don Lockwood's path crossed with Kathy Selden's. Kathy, an aspiring actress with a background in stage performance, possessed a natural talent for singing in a voice that was both clear and melodious. Her encounter with Don, initially marred by misunderstandings and clashes of ego, soon evolved into a partnership that would prove crucial to the film's success. Don saw in Kathy not only a potential romantic interest but also a solution to the studio's dilemma. He proposed that Kathy dub Lina's lines and musical numbers, a suggestion that, while unorthodox, offered a way to salvage the production. Kathy, eager for her big break in Hollywood, agreed to the plan, and the studio set about integrating her voice into the film. The process of dubbing was complex and required meticulous synchronization between Kathy's voice and Lina's on-screen performance. Scenes were painstakingly rehearsed and recorded, with Kathy working closely with sound engineers to ensure that her vocal delivery matched Lina's lip movements. It was a challenging endeavor, fraught with technical difficulties and the constant risk of failure. Despite these hurdles, the collaboration between Don and Kathy began to bear fruit. Their chemistry both on and off-screen added a new dimension to the film, infusing it with a vibrancy and authenticity that had been lacking. As they worked together, their mutual respect and affection grew, setting the stage for a deeper relationship that would transcend the confines of their professional collaboration. The dueling cavalier gradually transformed into a musical extravaganza, with Kathy's voice breathing new life into the production. The film, now rebranded as The Dancing Cavalier, featured a blend of dramatic sequences and elaborate musical numbers, showcasing the full potential of the talkie format. As the premiere approached, the tension was palpable. The success of The Dancing Cavalier would hinge not only on its technical execution but also on the reception of audiences and critics. For Don, Kathy, and the studio, the stakes were high, and the outcome was far from certain. Don Lockwood's journey to stardom was a tale of talent, perseverance, and a bit of luck. Born into a modest family in a small town, Don's fascination with performing began at an early age. His childhood was marked by a love of vaudeville, where he was captivated by the energy and charisma of stage performers. Inspired by their ability to evoke laughter and applause, Don nurtured dreams of one day standing in the spotlight himself. As a teenager, Don honed his skills in local theater productions and vaudeville shows. His natural athleticism and flair for drama set him apart, earning him recognition in small roles in traveling troupes. It was during these formative years that he met Cosmo Brown, a fellow performer whose comedic timing and musical talent complemented Don's dramatic prowess. The two formed a fast friendship, their chemistry on stage leading to a partnership that would prove invaluable in the years to come. The transition from vaudeville to the burgeoning film industry was not immediate for Don. The world of silent cinema was a new frontier, one that required a different set of skills from the live performances he was accustomed to. Nevertheless, his expressive acting style and physical agility caught the attention of a talent scout from Monumental Pictures, a major Hollywood studio. This opportunity marked the beginning of Don's cinematic career. Don's early film roles were minor, but his performances quickly gained notice. His ability to convey complex emotions through nuanced facial expressions and body language made him a standout in an industry that relied heavily on visual storytelling. Audiences were drawn to his magnetic presence, and he soon found himself cast in leading roles opposite some of the most glamorous actresses of the silent era. His breakthrough came with the film, The Royal Rascal, a swashbuckling adventure that showcased Don's versatility and charisma. The film's success catapulted him to stardom, and he became one of Hollywood's most sought-after actors. His on-screen partnership with Lina Lamont, a dazzling and temperamental actress, solidified his status as a leading man. The duo's films, characterized by their dramatic flair and romantic entanglements, were box office hits, making Don a household name. Despite his rising fame, Don remained grounded, thanks in large part to his friendship with Cosmo. While Don was the face of their success, Cosmo worked behind the scenes, composing music and choreographing dance sequences that added a unique touch to their films. Cosmo's comedic talents and inventive spirit provided a counterbalance to Don's intensity, and their collaboration became a defining feature of their movies. However, the shift to talkies presented new challenges for Don. Unlike many silent film stars whose careers faltered with the advent of sound, Don had a voice well suited for the new medium. His background in vaudeville had equipped him with vocal training, and his resonant baritone was both clear and engaging. Yet, the technicalities of working with sound were complex and often frustrating. The set of The Dueling Cavalier was a microcosm of the broader industry turmoil. The studio's decision to convert the silent film into a talkie necessitated extensive reworking of the script and reshooting of key scenes. Don, who had always thrived on spontaneity and physicality, now found himself grappling with the constraints imposed by microphones and the need for precise timing in dialogue delivery. The introduction of Kathy Selden into this chaotic environment was a turning point. Don first encountered Kathy at a studio party, where her candid remarks about silent film actors struck a nerve. She dismissed them as mere pantomime artists, oblivious to the artistry required to convey emotion without words. Despite this initial friction, Don was intrigued by Kathy's confidence and talent. Her stage background, combined with her vocal abilities, made her an ideal candidate for the sound era. When the studio faced the dilemma of Lina Lamont's unsuited voice for talkies, Don proposed that Kathy dub Lina's lines. This unconventional solution not only addressed the immediate problem but also provided an opportunity for Kathy to showcase her talent. Their partnership was fraught with challenges, from technical synchronization to navigating Lina's volatile temperament, but it also sparked a romantic connection that added a new dimension to their collaboration. Don's journey from a vaudeville performer to a silent film star, and now a pioneering figure in the talkie era, was emblematic of the adaptability and resilience required to thrive in the rapidly evolving landscape of Hollywood. His determination to embrace new challenges, coupled with his natural talent and the support of his friends, positioned him as a key figure in the transition to sound cinema. As The Dueling Cavalier underwent its transformation into The Dancing Cavalier, Don's role evolved from that of a traditional leading man to a dynamic performer capable of both acting and singing. His ability to adapt and innovate in the face of change mirrored the broader shifts occurring in the industry, highlighting the ways in which talent and ingenuity could overcome the uncertainties of technological advancement. Kathy Selden's journey to Hollywood was driven by a passion for performance that extended far beyond the silver screen. Born into a family of theater enthusiasts, Kathy was introduced to the world of acting and singing at a young age. Her parents, both involved in local theater, instilled in her a love for the arts, and she grew up immersed in the vibrant culture of stage performance. From a young age, Kathy demonstrated a remarkable talent for singing and a natural affinity for the dramatic arts. Her early years were spent performing in school plays and community theater productions, where she quickly earned a reputation as a gifted and versatile performer. Her ability to convey emotion through song and her captivating stage presence made her a standout in the local theater scene. Despite her success in the theater, Kathy harbored dreams of making it big in Hollywood. The allure of the film industry, with its promise of fame and fortune, captivated her imagination. Yet, unlike many of her peers who sought to break into silent films, Kathy was more drawn to the potential of the emerging sound era. She believed that her vocal talents and stage experience would be well suited to the new medium, and she set her sights on a career in the talkies. Kathy's journey to Hollywood was not without its challenges. The transition from stage to screen required her to adapt to a different style of performance, one that emphasized subtlety and naturalism over the broad gestures and vocal projection of theater. Additionally, the film industry was notoriously competitive, and breaking into the ranks of established stars was no easy feat. Her first encounter with Don Lockwood was both fortuitous and contentious. At a studio party, Kathy found herself in a heated discussion about the merits of silent film actors. Her candid remarks about their lack of vocal talent and reliance on exaggerated expressions were overheard by Don, who was both intrigued and offended by her critique. This initial clash of egos set the stage for a complex relationship that would evolve over the course of their collaboration. Despite their rocky start, Don saw potential in Kathy. Her talent for singing and her stage experience offered a solution to the studio's dilemma with Lina Lamont's unsuitable voice. Don proposed that Kathy dub Lina's lines and musical numbers in The Dueling Cavalier, a suggestion that, while unconventional, provided an opportunity for Kathy to demonstrate her abilities in the talkie format. Kathy's involvement in the film was a whirlwind of rehearsals, recordings, and technical challenges. Dubbing Lina's lines required precise synchronization and a keen understanding of the nuances of lip movement and vocal delivery. Kathy worked closely with sound engineers and directors to ensure that her voice matched Lina's on-screen performance seamlessly, a task that demanded both skill and patience. Throughout the process, Kathy's relationship with Don evolved from professional collaboration to personal connection. Their shared passion for performance and their mutual respect for each other's talents forged a bond that extended beyond the confines of the film set. As they worked together to bring The Dancing Cavalier to life, their interactions were infused with a growing affection and a deepening understanding of each other's aspirations and struggles. Kathy's journey from an aspiring stage actress to a key figure in the talkie revolution was marked by her resilience and adaptability. Her ability to navigate the technical challenges of dubbing, combined with her natural talent and dedication, positioned her as a rising star in the new era of sound cinema. Her success in The Dancing Cavalier not only showcased her vocal abilities but also highlighted the potential for stage-trained actors to thrive in the talkie format. In the broader context of Hollywood, Kathy's story was emblematic of the opportunities and challenges presented by the transition to sound. For many actors and actresses, the advent of the talkies represented a chance to reinvent themselves and embrace new forms of performance. Kathy's success demonstrated that talent and versatility could overcome the uncertainties of technological change, paving the way for a new generation of stars in the sound era. As the premiere of The Dancing Cavalier approached, Kathy's role in the film took on greater significance. Her vocal performance became a defining feature of the production, and her partnership with Don Lockwood added a new layer of depth to the narrative. The film's success would hinge on their combined efforts, and the anticipation surrounding its release was palpable. Cosmo Brown's role in the world of Hollywood was often understated but no less significant than that of his more flamboyant peers. As Don Lockwood's best friend and creative partner, Cosmo was the unsung genius behind many of the musical and comedic elements that defined their films. His quick wit, musical talent, and inventive spirit made him an indispensable figure in the transition from silent cinema to the talkies. Cosmo's early life was characterized by a passion for music and a knack for comedy. Born into a family of musicians, he was surrounded by the sounds of piano, violin, and the occasional burst of laughter from his parents' impromptu performances. His father, a vaudeville performer, and his mother, a music teacher, nurtured his talents from a young age, encouraging him to explore both the comedic and musical arts. By the time he reached adolescence, Cosmo was already a skilled pianist and a gifted mimic. His ability to play a tune by ear and his talent for impersonations made him a popular figure in school and community events. It was during one such performance that he met Don Lockwood, who was similarly drawn to the world of vaudeville. The two quickly formed a friendship, bonding over their shared love of entertainment and their aspirations for the big stage. Cosmo's transition to Hollywood was a natural progression of his talents. While Don pursued acting roles, Cosmo found his niche behind the scenes, composing music and choreographing dance sequences that added a unique flair to their films. His ability to create catchy tunes and his instinct for comedic timing made him an invaluable asset to the productions, though he often remained out of the spotlight. As the film industry embraced the talkies, Cosmo's role became even more critical. The integration of sound into film opened up new possibilities for musical numbers and comedic sequences, areas in which Cosmo excelled. His background in vaudeville equipped him with the skills needed to adapt quickly to the demands of the new medium, and he embraced the challenge with enthusiasm. In The Dueling Cavalier, Cosmo's contributions were pivotal. He composed several of the film's musical numbers, infusing them with a lively energy that complemented the dramatic and romantic elements of the story. His talent for creating memorable melodies and his expertise in timing ensured that the musical sequences were both engaging and seamlessly integrated into the narrative. Beyond his musical contributions, Cosmo's comedic genius provided much-needed levity to the production. His ability to improvise and inject humor into scenes helped to alleviate the tension and uncertainty that often accompanied the transition to sound. His on-screen antics and off-screen support for Don and Kathy were integral to the film's success, adding a layer of humor and warmth that resonated with audiences. Cosmo's relationship with Don was a cornerstone of their collaboration. Their complementary talents and mutual respect created a dynamic partnership that allowed them to navigate the challenges of the talkie era. While Don was the face of their films, Cosmo's behind-the-scenes contributions were equally important, providing the musical and comedic foundation upon which their success was built. Despite his significant contributions, Cosmo remained modest and unassuming, content to let others take the limelight. His satisfaction came from the creative process and the joy of seeing his work come to life on screen. His unflagging support for Don and Kathy, combined with his inventive spirit, made him a beloved figure in the Hollywood community, even if his name was not always prominently featured in the credits. As The Dancing Cavalier neared completion, Cosmo's role became increasingly vital. His ability to adapt and innovate in the face of technical challenges helped to smooth the transition from silent to sound film, ensuring that the production maintained its momentum and met the high expectations of the studio and audiences alike. The transformation of The Dueling Cavalier into The Dancing Cavalier was a project fraught with challenges and uncertainties. Monumental Pictures, eager to capitalize on the growing popularity of talkies, faced a daunting task in adapting their silent film into a successful sound production. The studio's dilemma revolved around the technical, artistic, and logistical hurdles that accompanied the transition to sound, as well as the need to manage the expectations of an increasingly demanding audience. At the heart of the studio's challenges was the issue of sound synchronization. The process of integrating dialogue and music with film required precise timing and coordination, a feat that was often easier said than done. Microphones had to be carefully placed to capture audio without picking up unwanted noise or interfering with the visual composition of scenes. Actors had to adjust their performances to ensure that their dialogue was clear and that their movements matched the timing of the audio. The introduction of sound also necessitated changes in the way films were shot and edited. The use of multiple cameras to capture different angles became more common, allowing for a greater range of visual coverage and reducing the need for complex edits. Soundproof stages were constructed to minimize background noise and ensure the clarity of recorded dialogue. These innovations required significant investment and a willingness to experiment with new techniques, both of which presented risks for the studio. For Monumental Pictures, the adaptation of The Dueling Cavalier posed additional challenges related to the film's existing structure and content. Originally conceived as a silent drama, the film's narrative and visual style were not inherently suited to the talkie format. The addition of dialogue and musical numbers required extensive rewriting of the script and reshooting of key scenes, disrupting the original vision of the film and placing additional strain on the cast and crew. One of the most pressing issues was Lina Lamont's unsuitable voice for the sound era. Her high-pitched, nasal tones and exaggerated diction clashed with the expectations of audiences who were accustomed to the refined speech of radio and theater actors. This vocal mismatch threatened to undermine the film's appeal and posed a significant obstacle to the studio's plans for a successful talkie. To address this, the studio enlisted the help of vocal coaches and sound engineers in an attempt to refine Lina's voice. Despite their best efforts, it became clear that Lina's vocal shortcomings could not be easily remedied. The studio was faced with a difficult decision: either replace Lina, who was a major box office draw, or find an alternative solution to mask her vocal deficiencies. Don Lockwood's suggestion to have Kathy Selden dub Lina's lines and musical numbers offered a potential solution. While unconventional, the idea provided a way to retain Lina's star power while addressing the issue of her voice. The studio, desperate to salvage the production, agreed to the plan and set about integrating Kathy's vocal performance into the film. The process of dubbing was complex and required careful synchronization between Kathy's voice and Lina's on-screen performance. Scenes were meticulously rehearsed and recorded, with Kathy working closely with the sound team to ensure that her vocal delivery matched Lina's lip movements and expressions. This involved multiple takes and adjustments, as well as creative problem-solving to overcome the technical challenges of the time. The addition of musical numbers further complicated the production. The studio had to incorporate elaborate choreography and musical sequences into a film that was originally designed as a silent drama. This required the coordination of dancers, musicians, and choreographers, as well as the integration of sound with visual elements in a way that enhanced the narrative rather than detracting from it. Despite these challenges, the transformation of the dueling cavalier into the dancing cavalier began to take shape. The film evolved into a lively musical extravaganza, blending dramatic sequences with vibrant song and dance numbers. Kathy's voice provided a unifying element that tied together the disparate parts of the production, adding a new layer of depth and engagement to the film. As the premiere date approached, the studio's anticipation was mixed with apprehension. The success of The Dancing Cavalier would hinge not only on its technical execution but also on its reception by audiences and critics. The studio had invested heavily in the production, and the stakes were high. A successful premiere could cement Monumental Pictures' position as a leader in the talkie revolution, while a failure could spell financial disaster and reputational damage. The turning point in the production of The Dancing Cavalier came during a pivotal audition that would determine Kathy Selden's involvement in the film. With Lina Lamont's vocal deficiencies threatening the success of the talkie, the studio was under immense pressure to find a solution. Kathy's audition not only showcased her vocal talents but also set in motion a series of events that would reshape the film and the careers of those involved. The audition took place in a modest recording studio at Monumental Pictures. The atmosphere was tense, with studio executives, directors, and sound engineers all keenly aware of the high stakes. Kathy, despite her initial nerves, was determined to seize the opportunity. She had been practicing relentlessly, honing her singing and acting skills to ensure that she was prepared for the challenge. Don Lockwood, who had been instrumental in advocating for Kathy's audition, provided much-needed support and encouragement. His confidence in her abilities and his belief in the potential of their collaboration helped to bolster her resolve. As she stepped into the recording booth, Kathy was acutely aware that this was her chance to make a lasting impression and to secure her place in the talkie era. The audition required Kathy to perform several musical numbers and dialogue scenes, each carefully chosen to highlight her vocal range and expressive capabilities. The first piece was a light-hearted song that showcased her ability to convey joy and enthusiasm through her voice. Kathy's rendition was lively and engaging, her clear and melodious tones captivating the studio audience. Next, she performed a dramatic scene that required her to deliver dialogue with emotional depth and nuance. The challenge lay in synchronizing her vocal delivery with the pre-recorded movements of Lina Lamont on screen. Kathy's performance was precise and evocative, her voice seamlessly blending with Lina's on-screen presence to create a cohesive and compelling portrayal. The final piece was a romantic duet with Don, designed to test her ability to harmonize and convey chemistry through song. The interaction between Kathy and Don was electric, their voices complementing each other and enhancing the emotional resonance of the scene. The duet not only demonstrated Kathy's vocal prowess but also highlighted the growing connection between her and Don, both on and off-screen. As Kathy finished her performance, the room erupted in applause. The studio executives, initially skeptical of the idea of dubbing, were visibly impressed by her talent and the seamless integration of her voice with the film's visuals. The sound engineers, who had been closely monitoring the technical aspects of the audition, confirmed that Kathy's vocal delivery was both clear and perfectly synchronized with Lina's lip movements. The success of the audition marked a turning point for the production. Kathy was officially brought on board to dub Lina's lines and musical numbers, a decision that breathed new life into the project. The studio set about integrating Kathy's performance into the film, a process that involved extensive recording sessions and meticulous editing to ensure that her voice matched Lina's on-screen actions. For Kathy, the audition was a personal triumph. It validated her belief in her own talent and confirmed her place in the evolving landscape of Hollywood. Her success in the audition opened doors to further opportunities, positioning her as a rising star in the talkie era. The collaboration with Don and the support of the studio provided a platform for her to showcase her abilities and to make a significant impact on the film industry. As The Dancing Cavalier neared completion, the anticipation surrounding its release grew. The film, now a vibrant musical with a compelling narrative and dynamic performances, was poised to make a splash in the talkie era. Kathy's voice, combined with Don's charisma and Cosmo's creative genius, created a captivating blend that promised to enchant audiences and critics alike. The preview of The Dancing Cavalier was a moment of truth for Monumental Pictures and the entire cast and crew involved in its production. Scheduled to take place at the prestigious Grauman's Chinese Theater, the event was a high-stakes affair that would determine the film's fate and set the tone for its reception in the burgeoning talkie era. The days leading up to the preview were marked by a flurry of activity and last-minute preparations. The studio spared no expense in promoting the film, organizing a lavish event designed to attract Hollywood's elite, influential critics, and eager fans. The theater itself was adorned with elaborate decorations, and a red carpet was rolled out to welcome the stars and dignitaries in attendance. For Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown, the preview represented the culmination of months of hard work and collaboration. The transformation of The Dueling Cavalier into a talkie had been a challenging journey, fraught with technical difficulties, creative disagreements, and personal struggles. As they prepared to present their creation to the world, the trio experienced a mix of excitement, anxiety, and anticipation. The evening of the preview arrived with a palpable sense of expectation. The theater was filled to capacity, with an audience that included studio executives, film critics, and celebrities, all eager to witness the debut of Monumental Pictures' latest production. The atmosphere was electric, the air buzzing with speculation about the film's potential success and the implications it might have for the future of sound cinema. As the lights dimmed and the opening credits rolled, the audience settled into their seats, their attention riveted on the screen. The film began with a dramatic sequence, seamlessly blending dialogue, music, and visual storytelling in a way that showcased the capabilities of the talkie format. From the outset, it was clear that The Dancing Cavalier was unlike anything the audience had seen before. The integration of sound into the narrative added a new dimension to the film, enhancing the emotional impact of key scenes and creating a more immersive experience for viewers. Kathy's vocal performance, synchronized with Lina Lamont's on-screen presence, was a highlight of the production. Her voice added depth and authenticity to Lina's character, transforming her from a silent film star into a fully realized persona within the talkie format. The musical numbers, composed and choreographed by Cosmo Brown, were met with enthusiastic applause. The elaborate dance sequences and catchy tunes captivated the audience, infusing the film with a vibrant energy that complemented its dramatic elements. Cosmo's inventive choreography and musical talent were on full display, adding a layer of entertainment that resonated with viewers and critics alike. As the film progressed, the chemistry between Don and Kathy became increasingly apparent. Their interactions, both dramatic and musical, added a compelling dynamic to the story. The romantic subplot, interwoven with the broader narrative of the transition to sound, provided an emotional anchor that engaged the audience and added depth to the characters' journeys. The climax of the film, a rousing musical finale, brought the audience to their feet. The combination of dramatic resolution, vibrant musical performance, and the triumphant integration of sound left viewers exhilarated and eager for more. As the credits rolled, the theater erupted in applause, with the audience expressing their appreciation for the groundbreaking production they had just witnessed. The success of the preview was a resounding affirmation of the film's potential. Critics praised the innovative use of sound and the seamless integration of dialogue and music, highlighting Kathy's vocal performance as a standout element. The audience's enthusiastic reception confirmed that The Dancing Cavalier had struck a chord, capturing the imagination of viewers and setting a new standard for talkie productions. For Monumental Pictures, the positive response to the preview represented a significant victory. The studio's investment in the talkie format and their willingness to adapt and innovate had paid off, positioning them at the forefront of the sound revolution in Hollywood. The success of the film bolstered their reputation and provided a blueprint for future productions in the talkie era. The cast and crew celebrated their triumph. They were keenly aware of the challenges that lay ahead. The transition to sound had only just begun, and the industry was still grappling with the technical and creative implications of the new medium. However, the success of The Dancing Cavalier provided a beacon of hope, illustrating the potential for innovation and collaboration to overcome the uncertainties of change. The triumph of The Dancing Cavalier propelled Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown into the limelight, transforming their careers and solidifying their status in Hollywood. As the film became a box office sensation, their lives were forever altered by the demands and rewards of newfound stardom. This chapter explores the personal and professional dynamics that emerged as they navigated their new roles as celebrities in the rapidly evolving film industry. Don Lockwood, already a well-known figure in the silent film era, found his star power amplified by the success of The Dancing Cavalier. His transition to talkies showcased his versatility as an actor, capable of delivering compelling performances in both dramatic and musical contexts. The film's positive reception affirmed his position as a leading man in Hollywood and opened doors to even greater opportunities. With fame came increased scrutiny and pressure. Don's public image, carefully crafted over the years, became a focal point for the media and fans alike. Every aspect of his life, from his professional decisions to his personal relationships, was subject to intense interest and speculation. Navigating this new reality required a delicate balance between maintaining his public persona and preserving his private life. The success of the film led to numerous offers for leading roles in upcoming talkies, each promising to capitalize on his newfound status as a versatile actor. Studios vied for his involvement, eager to attach his name to their projects and leverage his popularity to boost their productions. Don, while flattered by the attention, was cautious in his choices, seeking roles that would allow him to continue exploring his artistic range rather than simply repeating past successes. Behind the scenes, Don's relationship with Kathy Selden blossomed into a romantic partnership that captured the public's imagination. Their on-screen chemistry translated into a genuine connection off-screen, creating a captivating narrative that the media eagerly followed. Despite the challenges of navigating their relationship in the public eye, Don and Kathy's bond strengthened, providing a source of mutual support and inspiration as they faced the demands of their burgeoning careers. Kathy Selden's journey from aspiring actress to celebrated star was marked by a whirlwind of experiences and emotions. The success of The Dancing Cavalier catapulted her from relative obscurity to the forefront of Hollywood's talkie revolution. Her vocal performance, hailed as a defining element of the film, garnered critical acclaim and established her as a rising star in the industry. Kathy's sudden ascent to fame brought with it both opportunities and challenges. She was inundated with offers for leading roles in musicals and talkies, each promising to showcase her talents and solidify her position as a leading lady. The transition from supporting roles to headline acts required her to adapt quickly to the demands of stardom, balancing the excitement of new opportunities with the pressures of high expectations. The public's fascination with her romance with Don added another layer of complexity to her newfound fame. The couple's relationship became a staple of Hollywood gossip columns, and their every move was closely followed by fans and the media. Kathy, unaccustomed to the constant attention, struggled at times to reconcile her private aspirations with the public's insatiable curiosity about her personal life. Despite the challenges, Kathy remained committed to her craft. She approached each new role with a dedication to excellence, determined to build a career that extended beyond her initial success. Her collaboration with Don and Cosmo continued to flourish, with the trio exploring new projects that pushed the boundaries of the talkie format and showcased their collective talents. Cosmo Brown's contributions to The Dancing Cavalier earned him recognition as a creative genius behind the scenes, a role that became increasingly prominent in the wake of the film's success. His innovative approach to music and choreography resonated with audiences and critics, establishing him as a key figure in the evolution of sound cinema. Cosmo's newfound recognition opened doors to a range of creative opportunities. Studios sought his expertise in developing musical numbers and comedic sequences for their productions, eager to replicate the success of his work on The Dancing Cavalier. His ability to blend humor, music, and storytelling made him a sought-after collaborator in the burgeoning talkie era. Despite his growing fame, Cosmo remained grounded and focused on his passion for creativity. He approached each new project with a spirit of experimentation, constantly seeking ways to innovate and refine his craft. His collaborations with Don and Kathy continued to thrive, with the trio developing a series of projects that pushed the boundaries of traditional filmmaking and embraced the possibilities of sound and music. Cosmo's role as the unsung genius behind the scenes extended beyond his contributions to specific films. He became a mentor and advocate for emerging talent, sharing his knowledge and experience with aspiring composers and choreographers. His willingness to nurture the next generation of creatives underscored his commitment to the ongoing evolution of the film industry. As Don, Kathy, and Cosmo navigated their respective paths to stardom, their relationships and collaborations evolved in response to the demands of their careers. The trio's success was built on a foundation of mutual respect, trust, and a shared vision for the future of cinema. Their ability to support and challenge each other created a dynamic partnership that allowed them to navigate the complexities of fame and continue pushing the boundaries of their craft. The transition to talkies brought new challenges and opportunities, requiring the trio to adapt their approaches and embrace the changing landscape of the industry. Their ability to collaborate and innovate played a crucial role in their continued success, allowing them to remain at the forefront of Hollywood's evolving narrative. The success of The Dancing Cavalier set a high bar for Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown, creating both opportunities and challenges as they embarked on new projects. The trio's desire to innovate and explore new frontiers in filmmaking drove them to pursue ambitious endeavors that would test their creativity and resilience. This chapter delves into the next phase of their careers, highlighting the projects that defined their journeys and the challenges they faced in navigating the evolving landscape of Hollywood. Following the triumph of The Dancing Cavalier, Don Lockwood was determined to continue exploring the possibilities of the talkie format. His success as a leading man provided him with the leverage to pursue roles that allowed him to experiment with different genres and narrative styles. Don's commitment to artistic growth led him to take on projects that challenged conventional storytelling and pushed the boundaries of film. One of Don's notable ventures was a dramatic talkie titled Echoes of Silence, a film that blended elements of suspense, romance, and social commentary. The project required Don to delve into complex character development, exploring themes of identity, memory, and human connection. The film's innovative use of sound and dialogue to convey psychological depth marked a departure from the musical exuberance of his previous work, showcasing his versatility as an actor. Echoes of Silence received critical acclaim for its bold narrative and Don's compelling performance, but it also faced mixed reactions from audiences accustomed to lighter fare. The film's introspective tone and experimental approach posed a risk for Don, but he remained steadfast in his commitment to exploring new artistic territory. The experience reinforced his belief in the power of cinema to challenge and engage audiences on a deeper level. In addition to his acting endeavors, Don began to explore opportunities behind the camera. His interest in directing and producing stemmed from a desire to shape the creative vision of his projects and to have greater control over the storytelling process. Don's directorial debut, a film noir titled Shadows in the City, demonstrated his aptitude for visual storytelling and his ability to create atmospheric tension through innovative use of sound and lighting. Kathy Selden's ascent to stardom continued to flourish as she took on a variety of roles that showcased her versatility and range as an actress. Her success in The Dancing Cavalier opened doors to lead roles in musicals, dramas, and romantic comedies, each offering new opportunities to refine her craft and connect with audiences. One of Kathy's standout projects was a romantic musical titled Starlit Serenade, a film that combined enchanting melodies with a heartwarming narrative of love and self-discovery. The film's elaborate musical numbers and intricate choreography provided Kathy with a platform to demonstrate her vocal and dance talents, while the poignant storyline allowed her to delve into the emotional complexities of her character. Starlit Serenade was a commercial and critical success, cementing Kathy's status as a leading lady in the musical genre. Her performance was praised for its emotional authenticity and captivating presence, further establishing her as a versatile actress capable of navigating a wide range of roles. The film's success also reinforced Kathy's reputation as a box office draw, leading to numerous offers for future projects. Beyond her work in musicals, Kathy sought to diversify her career by taking on dramatic roles that allowed her to explore different facets of her acting abilities. Her portrayal of a conflicted journalist in the political drama, Voices of Truth, showcased her talent for conveying intensity and vulnerability, earning her accolades for her nuanced performance. The film's exploration of ethical dilemmas and societal issues resonated with audiences, highlighting Kathy's ability to tackle complex subject matter. Cosmo Brown's role as a creative force behind the scenes continued to evolve as he embraced new opportunities in the world of film and music. His success as a composer and choreographer in The Dancing Cavalier led to a series of high-profile collaborations with studios and filmmakers eager to harness his innovative approach to musical storytelling. One of Cosmo's notable projects was a musical comedy titled Rhythms of the City, a film that celebrated the vibrancy of urban life through a series of interconnected musical vignettes. The film's dynamic choreography and infectious energy showcased Cosmo's ability to blend humor, music, and dance into a cohesive and entertaining narrative. His creative vision for the film's musical numbers, coupled with his knack for comedic timing, earned widespread acclaim and solidified his reputation as a trailblazer in the genre. In addition to his work on musicals, Cosmo expanded his creative endeavors to include film scoring and sound design. His contributions to the science fiction film Echoes of the Future demonstrated his versatility in crafting atmospheric soundscapes that enhanced the film's futuristic aesthetic. Cosmo's ability to integrate sound and music into the narrative structure of the film added a layer of immersion that captivated audiences and critics alike. Cosmo's dedication to innovation extended beyond his own projects. He became an advocate for emerging talent, using his platform to mentor aspiring composers and choreographers. His commitment to nurturing the next generation of creatives underscored his belief in the importance of continuous experimentation and growth in the film industry. As Don, Kathy, and Cosmo embarked on their respective journeys, their collaborative dynamics faced new challenges. The trio's success in The Dancing Cavalier had set a high standard for their future projects, creating both expectations and pressures that influenced their creative decisions. Balancing their individual aspirations with their collective vision required ongoing communication and mutual support. The demands of their individual careers occasionally led to conflicts and disagreements, particularly as each member pursued projects that required significant time and commitment. However, their shared history and deep bond provided a foundation for resolving conflicts and finding common ground. Their ability to navigate these challenges and to support each other's endeavors reinforced the strength of their partnership and their collective commitment to innovation in cinema. As they continued to explore new projects and push the boundaries of their craft, Don, Kathy, and Cosmo remained united by their passion for storytelling and their belief in the transformative power of cinema. Their collaborations and individual successes reflected the evolving landscape of Hollywood and the enduring impact of their contributions to the film industry. As Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown continued to navigate the ever-changing landscape of Hollywood, they encountered a series of trials and triumphs that tested their resilience and determination. From creative challenges to personal setbacks, their journeys were marked by moments of adversity and achievement that shaped their careers and their lives. This chapter explores the highs and lows of their experiences in the tumultuous world of show business. Despite his success in a variety of roles, Don Lockwood found himself grappling with the limitations of typecasting in Hollywood. The industry's tendency to pigeonhole actors into specific archetypes often hindered Don's efforts to explore new avenues of creativity. Despite his desire to stretch his acting abilities and tackle diverse roles, he found himself repeatedly cast in similar roles that capitalized on his established image as a romantic leading man. The challenge of breaking free from the constraints of typecasting weighed heavily on Don, who longed to prove his versatility and range as an actor. He actively sought out projects that challenged audience expectations and allowed him to showcase different facets of his talent, but faced resistance from studio executives and casting directors reluctant to deviate from the familiar point. One of Don's most significant breakthroughs came with his role in the psychological thriller, Shadows of Doubt, a departure from his typical romantic fare that allowed him to delve into darker and more complex territory. The film's critical and commercial success served as a testament to Don's ability to transcend the limitations of typecasting and establish himself as a versatile actor capable of tackling a wide range of roles. Despite her rising star status, Kathy Selden grappled with feelings of self-doubt and insecurity as she navigated the pressures of fame and success. The relentless scrutiny of the media and the constant comparison to her peers took a toll on Kathy's confidence, leading her to question her abilities and her place in the industry. The weight of expectations, both internal and external, often threatened to overwhelm Kathy, who struggled to reconcile her public persona with her private insecurities. Despite her outward success, she harbored doubts about her talent and her ability to sustain her career in the competitive world of Hollywood. Kathy's journey toward self-acceptance and confidence was a gradual one, marked by moments of introspection and personal growth. Through the support of her friends and colleagues, as well as her own determination to persevere, Kathy began to find her voice and embrace her unique strengths as an actress and performer. For Cosmo Brown, the pressures of success and the demands of the industry took a toll on his creative spirit, leading to a period of creative crisis and self-doubt. As his reputation as a pioneering composer and choreographer grew, so too did the expectations placed upon him by studios and audiences alike. The burden of living up to his past successes weighed heavily on Cosmo, who struggled to maintain his innovative edge in the face of mounting pressure. The fear of failure and the relentless pursuit of perfection stifled his creativity, leaving him feeling trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and frustration. Cosmo's journey toward rediscovering his creative mojo was a challenging one, marked by moments of introspection and self-discovery. Through the support of his friends and collaborators, as well as his own determination to persevere, Cosmo began to break free from the constraints of his own expectations and embrace the joy of creativity once again. Despite the trials and tribulations they faced, Don, Kathy, and Cosmo refused to be defined by their setbacks. Their resilience in the face of adversity, coupled with their unwavering commitment to their craft, enabled them to overcome obstacles and continue pursuing their dreams in Hollywood. Central to their success was their ability to lean on each other for support and inspiration. Through the highs and lows of their respective journeys, Don, Kathy, and Cosmo remained steadfast allies, offering encouragement, guidance, and a shoulder to lean on when needed. Their collaborative spirit served as a source of strength, fueling their creative endeavors and reminding them of the power of friendship in the face of adversity. As Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown continued to make their mark on the film industry, Hollywood itself underwent a period of rapid evolution and transformation. From the rise of new genres to the emergence of groundbreaking technologies, the landscape of cinema was forever changed by the innovations and advancements of the era. This chapter explores the dynamic shifts and pivotal moments that defined Hollywood during Don, Kathy, and Cosmo's careers. One of the defining features of Hollywood during Don, Kathy, and Cosmo's careers was the emergence of the golden age of musicals. Fueled by the success of films like The Dancing Cavalier and Starlit Serenade, musicals became a dominant force in American cinema, captivating audiences with their catchy tunes, elaborate dance numbers, and timeless stories of love and romance. The popularity of musicals gave rise to a new generation of performers and composers who pushed the boundaries of the genre and introduced innovative techniques and styles. From the iconic choreography of Gene Kelly to the soulful melodies of Irving Berlin, the golden age of musicals produced some of the most beloved and enduring classics in cinematic history. Another significant development during this period was the advent of Technicolor, a groundbreaking technology that revolutionized the way films were made and experienced. The vibrant colors and rich hues produced by Technicolor brought a new level of visual splendor to the silver screen, transforming the cinematic landscape and immersing audiences in worlds of fantasy and wonder. Films like The Wizard of Oz and Singin' in the Rain showcased the capabilities of Technicolor to stunning effect, using color to enhance storytelling and evoke emotion in ways never before possible. The technology paved the way for a new era of creativity and innovation in filmmaking, inspiring directors, cinematographers, and visual artists to explore new possibilities and push the boundaries of their craft. In addition to Technicolor, Hollywood saw a wave of technological innovation during Don, Kathy, and Cosmo's careers that forever changed the way films were produced and experienced. From the introduction of synchronized sound to the development of widescreen formats, these advancements pushed the boundaries of cinematic storytelling and paved the way for new creative possibilities. One of the most significant technological breakthroughs of the era was the transition from analog to digital filmmaking, a shift that revolutionized the production process and opened up new avenues for visual storytelling. Digital effects and CGI allowed filmmakers to create larger-than-life worlds and breathtaking spectacles that were previously impossible to achieve, ushering in a new era of cinematic spectacle. As Hollywood continued to evolve, so too did its reach and influence on a global scale. The advent of television and the rise of international markets brought Hollywood films to audiences around the world, creating a global phenomenon that transcended borders and cultures. Films like The Dancing Cavalier and Starlit Serenade became cultural touchstones, inspiring audiences from Tokyo to Paris with their universal themes and timeless appeal. The globalization of cinema also brought new voices and perspectives to the forefront, as filmmakers from diverse backgrounds began to tell their own stories and challenge the conventions of mainstream Hollywood. From the groundbreaking works of directors like Akira Kurosawa to the emergence of new film industries in countries like India and Brazil, the global reach of cinema expanded exponentially during this period, enriching the medium and broadening its impact on society. As Hollywood entered a new era of innovation and expansion, the legacies of Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown endured as shining examples of creativity, resilience, and collaboration. Their contributions to the film industry, both on and off screen, inspired generations of filmmakers and performers to push the boundaries of their craft and explore new artistic horizons. From their groundbreaking work in The Dancing Cavalier to their continued success in the face of adversity, Don, Kathy, and Cosmo left an indelible mark on Hollywood and the world of cinema. Their stories serve as a reminder of the transformative power of storytelling and the enduring legacy of those who dare to dream and create. As Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown approached the twilight of their careers, they embarked on a series of projects that would not only define their legacies but also cement their status as icons of Hollywood's golden age. From their triumphant returns to the silver screen to their enduring impact on future generations of filmmakers, their final acts were a testament to their talent, resilience, and enduring passion for storytelling. For Don Lockwood, the final act of his career was marked by a return to the screen in a role that would encapsulate the essence of his cinematic journey. In Farewell to Yesterday, Don portrayed an aging actor reflecting on his life and legacy, drawing parallels to his own experiences in Hollywood. The film served as a poignant farewell to Don's illustrious career, allowing him to showcase the depth and range of his talent as he grappled with themes of mortality, regret, and redemption. Don's performance was hailed as a tour de force, earning him critical acclaim and reaffirming his status as one of Hollywood's most beloved leading men. For Kathy Selden, the final act of her career was a return to the stage in a role that would challenge and inspire her in equal measure. In The Last Dance, Kathy portrayed a veteran dancer struggling to come to terms with the end of her performing career, drawing on her own experiences as a performer to bring authenticity and depth to the character. The play served as a fitting farewell to Kathy's storied career, allowing her to showcase her talent and versatility as she explored themes of passion, sacrifice, and the enduring power of art. Kathy's performance was met with standing ovations and heartfelt tributes, cementing her status as a true legend of the stage and screen. For Cosmo Brown, the final act of his career was a return to his roots in a project that would celebrate his lifelong love affair with music and dance. In The Song That Never Ends, Cosmo directed and choreographed a musical extravaganza that paid homage to the timeless classics of Hollywood's golden age. The production was a labor of love for Cosmo, who poured his heart and soul into every aspect of the show, from the dazzling dance numbers to the infectious melodies. The Song That Never Ends was hailed as a fitting tribute to Cosmo's incomparable talent and creative vision, leaving audiences spellbound and reminding them of the enduring magic of musical theater. As Don, Kathy, and Cosmo took their final bows and bid farewell to the limelight, their legacies lived on in the hearts and minds of audiences around the world. Their timeless performances, groundbreaking achievements, and unwavering dedication to their craft inspired generations of filmmakers and performers to follow in their footsteps and continue pushing the boundaries of storytelling. Their stories serve as a reminder of the transformative power of cinema and the enduring impact of those who dare to dream and create. Though their final acts may have brought their careers to a close, their legacy will continue to shine brightly, illuminating the path for future generations of artists and storytellers to come. As the final curtain fell on the careers of Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown, their legacies continued to resonate throughout Hollywood and beyond. Their contributions to the film industry, both on and off screen, left an indelible mark on the world of cinema and inspired generations of filmmakers and performers to follow in their footsteps. This chapter explores the enduring legacy of Don, Kathy, and Cosmo, and the ways in which their influence continues to shape the landscape of entertainment. Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown emerged as cultural icons whose impact extended far beyond the confines of the silver screen. Their timeless performances and memorable characters became synonymous with the golden age of Hollywood, earning them a place in the hearts of audiences around the world. From Don's suave charm to Kathy's grace and elegance to Cosmo's comedic genius, their contributions to cinema remain etched in the annals of film history. In addition to their iconic performances, Don, Kathy, and Cosmo were also trailblazers of innovation who pushed the boundaries of storytelling in filmmaking. From the introduction of synchronized sound to the emergence of Technicolor to the evolution of digital effects, their careers coincided with some of the most transformative developments in the history of cinema. Their willingness to embrace new technologies and experiment with new techniques paved the way for future generations of filmmakers to explore new creative possibilities and push the medium forward. Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown also served as inspirational figures whose dedication to their craft and unwavering passion for storytelling inspired countless individuals to pursue their own dreams in the entertainment industry. Their stories of perseverance, resilience, and triumph in the face of adversity continue to resonate with aspiring artists and performers, serving as a reminder of the transformative power of cinema and the enduring impact of those who dare to dream and create. Though their careers may have come to a close, the influence of Don, Kathy, and Cosmo continues to be felt throughout Hollywood and the world of entertainment. Their films remain beloved classics that are celebrated by audiences of all ages, while their innovative spirit and creative vision continue to inspire filmmakers and performers to push the boundaries of storytelling and explore new artistic horizons. From their groundbreaking achievements to their enduring legacy, Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown will forever be remembered as true legends of the silver screen. As we reflect on the lives and careers of Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown, we are reminded of the enduring power of cinema to captivate, inspire, and transform. Through their timeless performances, groundbreaking achievements, and unwavering passion for storytelling, they left an indelible mark on the world of entertainment and inspired generations of filmmakers and performers to follow in their footsteps. Though their final acts may have brought their careers to a close, their legacy lives on, a testament to the enduring magic of the silver screen and the timeless allure of Hollywood's golden age. As the sun sets on the careers of Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown, the world of entertainment pays homage to their enduring contributions with a series of tributes and celebrations befitting their status as legends of the silver screen. From star-studded galas to retrospectives of their most beloved films, Hollywood comes together to honor the legacy of three icons who forever changed the landscape of cinema. A star-studded gala is held at the iconic Grauman's Chinese Theater, bringing together friends, colleagues, and fans from around the world to celebrate the lives and careers of Don, Kathy, and Cosmo. The red carpet is awash with A-list celebrities and industry luminaries, each paying their respects to the legendary trio who paved the way for future generations of filmmakers and performers. In theaters across the country, a retrospective film festival showcases the most beloved films of Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown, allowing audiences to revisit the timeless classics that defined their careers. From the romantic charm of Singin' in the Rain to the comedic antics of The Dancing Cavalier to the dramatic intensity of Echoes of Silence, the festival offers a comprehensive look at the diverse talents and lasting impact of three cinematic legends. At the annual Academy Award ceremony, Don, Kathy, and Cosmo are posthumously honored with Lifetime Achievement Awards, recognizing their unparalleled contributions to the art of filmmaking and their enduring influence on the industry. A montage of their most iconic performances is met with thunderous applause and standing ovations, as Hollywood pays tribute to three titans whose talent and dedication shaped the course of cinematic history. In their honor, the Don, Kathy, and Cosmo Foundation is established, dedicated to supporting aspiring filmmakers and performers and preserving the legacy of three icons who forever changed the world of entertainment. Through scholarships, grants, and educational programs, the foundation seeks to inspire future generations to follow in their footsteps and continue pushing the boundaries of storytelling and creativity. Though Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown may have taken their final bows, their legacy lives on in the hearts and minds of audiences around the world. From their groundbreaking performances to their innovative contributions to filmmaking, they forever changed the landscape of cinema and inspired countless individuals to pursue their own dreams in the world of entertainment. As Hollywood bids farewell to three icons, their enduring influence serves as a reminder of the transformative power of storytelling and the timeless allure of the silver screen. As the curtain falls on the careers of Don Lockwood, Kathy Selden, and Cosmo Brown, Hollywood comes together to celebrate the enduring legacy of three icons who forever changed the world of entertainment. From star-studded galas to retrospective film festivals to Lifetime Achievement Awards, their contributions are honored and their impact is celebrated by colleagues, friends, and fans from around the world. Though their final acts may have brought their careers to a close, their legacy lives on, a testament to the enduring magic of the silver screen and the timeless allure of Hollywood's golden age.